Hi guys, so I'm not even really sure how to start this video off. I've actually been battling for about the last day and a half about whether or not I should actually post and share this content with you guys. Yeah, so the reason why I've decided to go ahead and post it is because, you know, I say that my channel is Naomi Can't Hide, but then what I'm actually doing is I'm hiding parts of my life maybe that are not always the best, which is probably the opposite of what I wanted my channel to be in the first place. So as you can see, I'm in the hospital. What happened was 3 days ago I went to lift Sunshine and then something in my back popped to the point that I couldn't stand. I was like totally debilitated. I was like on the floor, I couldn't move. I was in absolute agony. That was on Tuesday. Yeah, today's Friday and I'm still in the hospital. So yeah, it's been a tough journey. So I ended up, I was at home with the kids and we had all just came out of the bath. So I had to like phone and see if I could get someone to take me to the hospital. So I was like trying to get myself dressed, trying to get the 3 kids dressed. And then my mum's husband came and picked me up, took me to A&E. And so basically I've been in hospital for the last 3 days in agony. It's been really difficult. Sorry about that. That was the doctors actually coming in to talk to me and find out what the situation is going forward. So I was in the house with the 3 kids. I went to my daughter was on the couch. I went to pick her up, and she's 7 months old. She's quite a heavy 7 months old, but she's a baby. And then, as I said, something popped and gave way in my back. So I got to A&E. They gave me like paracetamol, but I was still in absolute agony. I couldn't, like no position was comfortable. So I would be like leaning this way to try and ease the pain, and then it would be kind of eased for about 5 minutes, and then it would be in agony, and then I would lean this way, and then I would lean forward, and then I would lean back. So I was literally just writhing in a wheelchair for a few hours before I got seen by a doctor. And then they checked me in, and then they admitted me. So they admitted me to the orthopedic ward, which is where so originally I was put into a room that was had 4 patients in it who have other, you know, back issues or whatever. And then they gave me, I think, dihydrocodeine. They gave me morphine. So they were really giving me like properly, like really strong drugs. The only thing that really actually seemed to just kind of take the edge off the really sharpness of the pain was the morphine. So you can imagine how much pain I was actually in. So the pain was in my lower back, mainly on my right hand side, and then the pain would like radiate down my right leg to my knee. So I think like what's happened is I've either slipped a disc in my back, or I have torn a ligament or whatever, but whatever's happened, it's caused my back muscles to seize, and it's pressing on my nerve in my back. So the first night, you know, I'm still breastfeeding, so the first night I had to then ask for them to go and get me a breast pump, because I'm still obviously breastfeeding Sunshine. One thing I want to say is, throughout all of this, I feel like I want to say thank you to the NHS, and thank you to all the amazing doctors and nurses and porters and, you know, people who bring your food and your lunch. Like, they have just literally been amazing, and they've been so accommodating to me as a new mum. Yeah, so they brought me the breast pump after I had used the breast pump on the Tuesday night, and then on the Tuesday morning one of the nurses actually came in and said, no, that's actually not good enough. What we're going to do is we're going to find a way for you to be able to breastfeed your baby, because it's not fair that you have to express. And I thought that was really amazing that they were like willing to go like the extra mile to help out with that. So they looked at the medication that they had put me on, because the medication was so strong, they were giving me anti-sickness tablets, and the anti-sickness tablets are not good for breastfeeding, and I think some of the painkillers was not good for breastfeeding either. So they looked at the medication that they were giving me and they changed it so that like if I wanted to breastfeed, then I would be able to do so, which I thought was really amazing. And then that was on Tuesday, and then so they were arranging for me to have my own room, like my own side room, because at that time I was in a room with, as I said, 3 other patients, and so they arranged for me to have my own room, which is the room that I've been in now for Wednesday, Thursday, and then now today's Friday. They moved me. So on the Wednesday, the physiotherapist came in to try and see if they could get me to like move about, because the kind of injury that I've got, it's good to like manage your pain for a while, but it actually is better for you if you can start to like really like move about more, because it can seize up in a really bad position if you don't move. So the physio came and I basically walked from my bed, which was in the 4-bedroom, and I walked from my bed out the room into the corridor, and like I was like so dizzy and I just felt really, really sick. So it was painful, but I was able to walk, which is good. And then but they had to get a chair to like get me to sit down, so they got me in a wheelchair and they wheeled me along to, that was when my new room was actually ready at that time, so they wheeled me along to my new room, and then as they were trying to lift me out of the chair onto the bed, I literally almost fainted, so they had to put the alarms on for all the nurses and doctors to come in to try and help. So the nurses came in and they got 2 big burly nurses, because I'm not a very small person, you know, I'm quite tall, and so they got 2 big male nurses to come and like lift me up onto the bed, and yeah, I ended up just pretty much being in my bed for the rest of the day. I think I got a nurse to put me onto a commode so that I could go to the toilet, to wheel me into the toilet, and then later on, when my husband came, he came to bring me clothes and stuff like that, they put me onto the commode and wheeled me in so that I could take a shower. Yeah, I don't know if like bending over, like the worst pain is when like I lean forward or when I try to like lean back. So yeah, at this point I also really want to say thank you to my mum. She took the kids on Tuesday night, she took the kids on Wednesday night, and she took my boys on Thursday night. So she really, really stepped up to help out with the kids. On Wednesday, Darlington came here with Sunshine, and Darlington and Sunshine were able to be here in the private room the whole day until about 11 o'clock, and during that time I was able to breastfeed her. She actually stayed with me for a bit of time on my own, which I thought was really, really good. Because my husband, I run my eBay business, and so there were still orders and things to go out, so I really want to say thank you to my husband and my sister Jasmine. They went and did orders on Wednesday, got all the orders ready, the addresses, took them to the post office, and did all of that. So I really want to say I really appreciate Jasmine and Darlington for doing all of that as well, because they really stepped up to help with that. Especially at a time when I just got top rated seller, so all of the so there's been like a massive increase in like orders and sales coming through. So there was a lot of orders that needed to go out. So Sunshine was here with me on the ward whilst they were doing that. So again, I just felt like they were so accommodating here for the fact that I'm a new mum and that I still wanted to breastfeed my baby. But they said that even if she wasn't breastfed, the fact that she is so little, she still really needs her mum. And so the fact that they were really understanding about that and really accommodating really meant a lot as a new mum, that they understood that. So yeah, so that takes us into Thursday. So yesterday, the pain all through the night on Wednesday and Thursday was really unbearable, to the point that literally every 2 hours I was having to ask for pain medication. And so they were giving me morphine every 2 hours. So they would give me the morphine, and then about 20 minutes later it would like start to work, and then I would get a reprieve of like maybe 20 minutes where I could sleep, and then the pain would wake me up again, and then I would be in pain for like a bit, where it would gradually, the pain would build up until, you know, I would be able to then take some more pain medication. So Wednesday night and Thursday night was really like that. On the yesterday morning, I woke up, and I don't know if it was because I had taken so much painkillers and the mix of painkillers that I was now, like, I was really ill. And that ended up being like throwing up. So yesterday I was like, look, I really want to try and not take as many painkillers, although it's giving me an ease of pain in my back. It's not, like, it's horrible just feeling nauseous and sick. I think it was, the morphine wasn't making me feel sick, but they were giving me dihydrocodone, and I think that was the one that I just really was just taking a really bad reaction to. Again, Darlington came with Sunshine on yesterday and was with me until he needed to leave to go and do again more packages. So this time he did it on his own. And I like video called him and like talked him through like everything to do. The printer wasn't working and it wasn't connecting, and I had to like get all the labels and everything. But actually it showed me that we're a really good team, and that we were able to work together really well. So he managed to get all of that done. I think there was about 15 orders that had to go out, and then he came back, and then my mum had the boys for 2 nights, so obviously it's a lot to expect her to take them for a third night. So she, Darlington had left here about 8 o'clock, went and picked up the boys and took all 3 of the kids home. So he was at home with all 3 of the kids last night. Last night was so much better. Like, I actually only needed pain medication just one time, about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. It was really painful, and so they gave me some morphine then, and then that was me until this morning. I think the issue is that the morphine hasn't been making me feel sick, but I can't go home if it's morphine that I need. So I'm trying to get them to, I can go home if I'm taking dihydrocodone, but that was one that was making me sick. So this morning I was like, they said that there was 2 prescriptions. There was like a 30 milligram and a 60 milligram prescription. So I was like, can you give me something that's not as... So yeah, that was one of the nurses that just came in to check on me. She's actually been so amazing and really attentive. All of the staff in here have just been amazing. Sorry if I sound funny, I do feel a little bit spaced out from the medication that they've been giving me, but yeah, so this morning, instead of taking the stronger medication, I just took the 30 milligrams with the anti-sickness tablet, and that one seems to have worked okay. So now that I'm taking, that I seem to be coping well with pain, because it's not been as bad as it has been the other couple of days, and that it's not a strong medication, so they can give that to me to get home. So when the doctors came in just a moment ago, they've said that they'll get their prescriptions ready. Another thing that they gave me, which has been absolutely amazing, is this, which is a TENS machine. And so I've just been putting that on, and that really has been giving me a reprieve as well, because I don't really like taking medication, but so that's really helped as well, and they're letting me take that away with me too. So yes, I'm getting to go home today. So yeah, I'm excited to get home to my kids and get home to my family. And again, I just want to say thank you to my husband Darlington for taking care of the kids, and I know it's been a really difficult time for him. There's a lot going on behind the scenes with him at the moment, and then there's been a few other challenges that, I didn't get paid on Wednesday, which was fun. There was a mix-up with my pay, and so whilst I was in the hospital, I was having to call my work to deal with that. And so I really want to say thank you to another 2 people, which is, well, 3 actually. One, I really want to say thank you to Dorcas and her husband Ian. When I had said to her that I'd had issues with my pay, she immediately offered to, give us some money to cover the direct debits so that they wouldn't bounce until my pay got sorted out, which she did. And also to my brother George, he also offered, he also gave me money to cover my direct debits until my wages got sorted out. And then my sister Jasmine, she's also great as well. She's always great if ever we need any help with anything. She really helped as well. My wages ended up, because I thought that they weren't going to be able to resolve it until the following day. So my bank had said pay in money by 2 o'clock, or you'll have an issue or whatever. So it's good to know that I've got really good friends and family members that will step in when you do have those little moments that are out with your control that you can't do anything about, but they just step in to help. It's really greatly appreciated. It's good that they ended up getting, I think it was about tea time, they ended up sorting my wages, and so obviously I just immediately put the money back in the accounts or whatever. But if I didn't have those people that stepped in for those 3 hours, then I could have been in a lot of trouble finance wise. So it's good having friends that will just friends and family that will just have your back when you have those moments. And yeah, I just want to say an additional thank you to Dorcas, because she's the one who actually was like, oh, you should totally document this. And yeah, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to, but yeah, here I've done it. I've shared it, and I'm getting home today, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, if I've learned anything throughout all of this, it's that friends and family are amazing. We've got an amazing NHS, and the last thing, which is the best thing, because we always save the best till last, is that on Thursday, after having a really terrible night, so I had the Wednesday night the Tuesday night went really bad, the Wednesday night was really bad, and then on the Thursday, which is yesterday, I had a conversation with my sister, and it's good to have people who challenge you spiritually. So I was talking with Jasmine, and I was telling her about the terrible nights that I had had, and the medication and being sick and all that kind of stuff, and she just said to me, she kind of called me out actually, to be fair. She was just like, So like, where's your faith at? And I was like, yeah. And then she continued to not just challenge me, but encourage me. So she shared a story about a testimony about herself, and also a testimony that she had heard from my mum. So my mum had hurt herself, and then laid hands on her body and received healing in her body and refused like the pain. And then she had told that testimony to my sister Jasmine, so that when Jasmine hurt herself, she was like, no, I refuse that. Like I want healing in my body, and refuse the pain as well. And then so I was like, right, okay. So so yeah, sorry, my phone died, so I've had to switch phones to my hubby's phone after he's came, and I've got changed. Hi everybody. So it's a full house. We've got Pete down there. We've got Diamond watching cartoons. Baby, Diamond watching cartoons, and we've got sunshine on the floor. Yeah, so Jazz really challenged me. So when I got off the phone to Jazz, I literally just stood up, put my hands on my back, and I just began to just like speak in tongues and declare healing over my body. And the difference between yesterday and last night and today compared to the other 2 days has been like night and day. The Tuesday night and the Wednesday night, literally every single 2 hours I was taking pain medication, and then last night was once. So it's like the healing is like exponentially getting better, to the point that like today I haven't had any morphine. I've had paracetamol and ibuprofen, and now I'm going home. So yeah, thanks Jazz for really challenging me to use my faith. And yeah, it's a miracle. I feel so much better. I'm getting ready to go home now. So yeah, just as I said, thank you to everybody. Darlington, my mum, Dorcas, Jasmine, all the nurses, doctors, literally everybody who's made the last couple of days. Obviously it was challenging, but like to have everybody that's kind of stepped up and helped out has really been amazing, and I'm so excited that I get to go home. And thank God that that my back is so much better. It's just got a little bit of a twinge, but I mean I can bend. It's more achy than painful, so I just give God all the glory and the praise. But again, this is a little bit of a different story this time. It's not something I ever thought I would share, but thanks for watching, and hope you join me again next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and come join us back here for see what we have next. It might be something completely different. In fact, it probably will be. Thanks guys, bye. Hi, I just wanted to add one last thing. I am home now, but I just watched back all the clips and I realised that there was some people that I forgot to mention when I was saying thank you, and that is the biggest thank you to all the ladies who made cups of tea and brought in biscuits. Like it's amazing how getting a wee cup of tea and a wee chat and a wee biscuit just perks you up. So I just want to say thanks to the ladies who made all the teas and coffees and biscuits. It really did make a massive difference to my stay. Thank you. Bye.